Hello, folks. What's happening? Got a new video for you today. Thanks for joining us on the Indie Invasion podcast. Should be uploading this one on Saturday, but I had a few things I wanted to talk about that I have on the workbench and in the hobby area over here that I just wanted to share and sort of talk about a few things. So got a few things going on right now, working on Battletech, doing some 3D printing, and I wanted to talk a little bit about Heroscape as well. Not the new one coming out, but Heroscape as it relates to Battletech. So some of you guys know, I've talked to you over the past couple of weeks, that I finally pulled the trigger on a resin printer. So I'm very excited about that. I have a desk full of little tiny resin people right now. My curing station's not here yet though. So I have a pile of uncured minis. And I'm so new to it right now. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. I would put them outside, but it has been raining. So I know the UV index can still be high on a cloudy day, but somehow I just feel like I need some sunshine on them. Anyway, I wanted to talk a little bit about that stuff. And I'm going to go camera down and show you guys a little bit of what I have going on. And well, we'll just go from there. So here we go. So here's what we have going on. Let me get a little light on this one. There we go. Pull that up just a hair. And we will talk about what I think is kind of cool for what's going on right now. So right now I have, as you can see right here, there's a ton of stuff going on. There's a lot of things that I have printed. Let me see. I've got this new camera here that zooms in and out, and I like to play with it. So there we go. All right. So what I got here is, you can see a bunch of them over here, but I'm going to hold them up here mostly. I've got a ton. Let me move this Heroscape. Just got this a couple of days ago, and I have just been going nuts with these mechs. I've just been printing and printing and printing. There's a whole bunch of stuff on Thingiverse for free. I don't sell anything. I just print for me, and obviously maybe now some friends. But I have bought so much stuff anyway. I've done my part for Catalyst Game Labs. Anyway, so here's a bunch of what I've printed so far. I've been struggling with a couple of things, not so far as the printing. The printing has actually gone really well for me. I jumped in. I had already gotten some settings off the internet for the actual profile settings in the slicer. So that went great, actually. I haven't had any problems. The only failed prints I've had so far are things that I purely did, that I just messed up. But the problem I'm having is getting my scale right on some of these. So these are both a hunchback. And as you can see, one, it looks like Dad is taking his son for a walk in the Battletech universe. So this one ended up being the right size. The little guy, not so much. But that's been, all in all, that's been the largest problem I've had with the printing. It has been phenomenal. All the guys have told me, oh, you should go ahead and get one. Well, I finally did. I printed these cool little, I don't know what, markers for if you can't ID the mech and you just know the size of it, whether it's an assault mech or what have you. And I've been printing like crazy. I've ordered all of the accessory stuff that comes along with it. And that's been really cool, sniffing a whole bunch of IPA because cleaning everything up. But I've ordered some water-soluble resin as well. And yeah, so it has been a real adventure. So thank you to Ron Purvis and Todd, all you guys that kept telling me to get one. So there you go. I have one. But the other thing that I wanted to talk about wasn't just the printing for Battletech and trying to tweak the scale of the models. As I've looked around on the internet, there have been a lot of people that have asked, hey, what are you printing at? And I've basically found out that I'm doing these guys, the medium-sized mechs around 32 millimeter, and they seem to be coming out to a good size. Some of the heavier mechs, I'm still kind of tweaking. This particular Battlemaster, it is actually, well, is it that one? Hold on. I've got two in here because one of them, nope, there we go. So there's the baby Battlemaster too. This larger Battlemaster here is actually the same size as the CGL one, so the Catalyst Game Lab. So that one I kind of got the scale right on. But the other thing I wanted to talk about, here we go. Push those guys to the side. And the other thing I want to talk about was kind of everything I'm talking about has to do with Battletech a little bit, because that's the new hotness for me, although it's not new since I started playing in '86, but you know what I mean. So I like to use the Heroscape tiles. I picked up a bunch of them on eBay, and I just like to use them. I like the extra space around the models for if you have a particularly large battle mech. I realize he's not on a base, but on the maps, on the paper maps, he takes up so much space that you can't actually get your mech near him. So I rather like that there's the extra space on there. I rather like that. But the thing that I kind of accidentally discovered was quad mechs. The thing about quad mechs is they never, ever, ever fit on the standard Battletech base, right? I mean, there's your Battletech size base right there. That's the standard. That's the size of the hex on the map. And the quads never fit on them, or else you have to make them look funky when they're sitting on them. So I printed them a little bit larger. And I printed them the Heroscape hex size so that they actually fit on these Heroscape hexes. But that wasn't what I actually wanted to talk about in regard to printing the bases. After a little bit of experimenting and a whole lot of looking on the internet, I discovered that, in case anyone was ever wondering, for Heroscape, if you increase the hex size to 135%, that's what gets you from this hex size to the Heroscape hex size. And so what I'm doing on my FDM printers right now is I'm reprinting. I bought the Hex Tech City, I think that's what it's called, Hex Tech City, on my mini factory of these really cool sci-fi buildings, and printing these on my FDM printers. And there's some really cool stuff. There's one of my favorites is this big triangular. It looks like it would be an event hall. You go there to see Kiss in concert or Motley Crue or something like that is what it looks like. But again, increased to 135%, not by 135%, to 135. And then they fit on there as well. And it just kind of looks a little better when they fit within the hexes. So that's a lot of what I've been working on right now, is kind of putting all that stuff together. Let's go back up top. So this wasn't going to be a long video, just a little something I've been working on. I've been super excited about the printer. I just absolutely lost my mind. It is a huge, enormously deep rabbit hole. And I am well on my way down that rabbit hole. And a couple of my friends, my internet friends out there in the gaming world, the tabletop engineer, I don't know why I blanked on that, Jim has gotten a bamboo printer, and Todd has a bamboo printer, and they keep posting these videos of how fast and amazing they are. So who knows, that may be next up for me. I don't know. But that's kind of where I am right now. That's what's going on. Hopefully that was a little bit of something. If you guys have any comments or suggestions about Battletech printing Heroscape, bear in mind, do not take this as a 3D printing video that I know anything, because I don't. I am figuring it all out, hopefully. Well, some of it anyway. And I'm looking forward to where that little printer, it's sitting right on the other side of my computer, is going to end up taking me on this journey and adding to my pile of opportunity, because it will most definitely increase. So hopefully I will see you guys for a Tuesday live stream for some hobbying. Still up in the air about what I'm going to do on that particular show. But until then, when you're out there playing your games, printing your miniatures, don't forget to prepare yourself for the invasion.